How's it going, lads? It's your boy Brad coming at you guys with another zombies video. Today's video is going to be another top 5, so if you guys enjoy these top 5s, make sure to drop a like on this video. Also make sure to subscribe. And let's get right into this top 5. Today's top 5 is basically going to be the top 5 bosses in Bo4 Zombies, so let's get in right into it. And our first boss, also the worst boss in my opinion, and of course these lists go by my opinion, not community opinions, not fluenced opinions, but my opinion solely. And for me, the worst boss is going to be the Blight Father. And a lot of people are going to agree with this, and I'm going to go by, this thing is a bullet sponge. You could empty out clips in this thing and it won't die. That's just one part of it. It also grapples you with its tongue, which is super annoying. If it grapples you into a horde of zombies and you don't have Dying Wish or let's say Tortoise, you're done. And if you have a full shield, let's say you have a shield with full health, this thing licks your shield and it completely breaks it. And even after you break its tongue off, which you can do, which is a plus side, this thing will do a bunch of acid spitballs, I don't know what it is, and it will just spit on you and take 50 health away each time. And if you're running around on 9 with the fire, it just makes it super annoying. So that's why the Blight Father is at the number 5 spot. And for our number 4 spot, I'm going to be going with dogs and tigers because they're kind of the same thing. And the reason why I count them as a mini boss, because they're not like the regular zombies. That's kind of what I'm going for here. And the reason why they're in the number 4 spot is because their spawn rate is so annoying. Maybe not the tigers as so much, because you can see them coming in and you have a bit of time to kill them, because you can kill them while they're climbing over, you can kill them while they're exiting the gates. But with the dogs, they can spawn right in front of you, and Treyarch have said that they have balanced that, but they really haven't. I still have dogs spawning in front of me the whole time, and they hit pretty hard, especially when you get a bunch of them. Yes, we do have the shield on blood to basically stop them in their tracks, but if you get surrounded by enough of them, you are gonna die. And that brings us into our number 3 spot. And today, I know a lot of people are gonna kind of agree with this but kind of disagree with this. The number 3 spot is going to go for the Stoker. This is going to be either in the number 4 spot or in the number 2 spot in a lot of people's list. It's kind of a flippy floppy boss. And the reason why I have it on the number 3 spot is because it's kind of balanced, but it's kind of a bullshit boss to begin with. It's kind of like the gladiators in a way, where you have to shoot weak points off of it before killing it. But what makes it so annoying is that when it throws its lava cum at you, it does so much damage to you, and if you don't have Dying Wish, you're basically just dead within the couple of times it hits you. Now, compared to gladiators, I think their axes only do 50, correct me if I'm wrong, while these lava cums just basically do, I think, 100 damage to you. And then when you get a bunch of Stokers, and a bunch of them don't even spawn on super high rounds, you can get a lot of them on a pretty decent, let's say, medium round. And if enough of them just throw their lava at you, and then and your shield breaks, and all of them hit you, you're dead. You're done. You either wasted a down or you're done with the game, and it's just a super annoying boss to go against. It's not the hardest boss. It's not the easiest boss. That's why it's kind of in there in the middle. It's balanced, but kind of bullshit at the same time. And coming in at our number 2 spot is going to be the gladiators. Now I know there's two different categories of gladiators. We have the actual gladiators, which are the big dudes with a ton of armor and axes, and then we have the brawlers. I'm putting both of these at number 2 because if I wanted to separate them, I could make probably a top 10 list if I included catalysts in this list. But with the gladiators, you have the brawlers, which jump up and hit you. They're not too hard to kill. If you hit them in the chest enough, eventually they'll die. But with the armored blokes, it's like the Stoker. The Stoker throws the lava at you, while these gladiators basically just throw axes at you. They don't do as much damage, and they are to me, the gladiators are a lot more balanced than the Stokers, and that is because, yes, they have a ton of armor, but their attacks don't do as much damage. And yes, if you get hit, I believe if you get hit with their main axes, I think they hit you twice, which takes off 100. You will almost die from that, and you could die from that, but there's so much room on 9 to where if you get hit by those and die, it's just because either you were in a very tight spot or you just didn't know how to run away, because 9 is such an open map. And this is going to bring us into our number 1 spot, and for number 1 is going to go to Brutus. And I know, a lot of people saw this coming. A lot of people saw Brutus in the number 1 spot, but he's such for Bo4, he's such a balanced boss. He doesn't have as much difficulty as the Blight Father to kill. Basically, once you shoot his helmet off, you can shoot anywhere in his body to kill him. he does start off pretty easy, but then as the rounds go like up, he gets harder to kill. And you don't really see him until round 2, unless of course you make enough points to get to the catwalk area at round 1, which I guess isn't impossible, but it's probably not something you're going to do on round 1. Also, he's not a boss that you can really kill with, like, I'm going to call them your wonder weapons. It's really the specialist equipment. It's not really one that you can kill with them. Maybe at most you can knock the helmet off, but in terms of actually killing him with them, you can't actually do that. You have to actually shoot and aim for his head, which is super balanced considering he's not that hard to kill, and once you get the Magma Gat, it makes it super easy. But without him, I don't think Blood of the Dead would be as good or even as a challenging map. He's really that key piece to that map that really just adds and connects everything together storyline wise. I love him so much for storyline wise and just everything. So that's been my list for the top 5 bosses. Of course, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. Tell me why in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you guys like my content and are new to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification button so you never miss an upload from me. And I'll see you lads in the next video.